What's up, all you try-hard gamers? I'm thinking about trying out a new build right now. I'm not exactly sure uh, what I'm gonna go with. I think I'm gonna go with the Type 10 because what I'm thinking is that, and what I've noticed is that one of the fastest ways to gain credits in this game is by doing massacre missions. And what I'm looking to do is build a hefty tank, um, sustainable build that doesn't require a lot of stops for ammo or to synthesize, and will be able to repair itself in the field. And I like the Type 10. I've always liked the Type 10. I don't think it gets enough credit for the type of ship that it is. I know it's a flying space brick, but there are ways to, there are other ways to engage without having to be extremely agile. So, um, we've got most of the core internals here. I know I'm gonna go for upgraded bulkheads. I don't know what yet because I'm only working with 289 million right now. I've spent a lot of credits on other things and weapons. I'm not exactly sure yet. So let's do some testing. Let's see what we can come up with. I've been a big fan recently of not increasing the shield strength and mostly just using shields with a weaker strength and fast recharge. And I think I'm going to do that on this Type 10. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to make the bulk of the damage soaked up by hull reinforcement packages and module reinforcement packages. That's what I think I'm going to do. You'll have to excuse me here while I'm not saying much. I'm just doing some thinking, trying to figure out how to iron this out. Tell you what I could do. I'm thinking it's gonna look something like this. I'd like to have an AFM in there somewhere. Um, should I sacrifice one of the hull reinforcement packages? Maybe I should. This will give us some sustainability in the field, which is what this build is going for. Um, okay, we've got most of the core internals taken care of. I need to buy these, but I don't want to click on it because I don't want to look at the price. Let's see, what's that going to take us down to? We could go with military grade. Do I want to go military grade? Yeah, let's go military grade. There's 98 million down the toilet. Okay, this we're going to have to put I might even remove reinforced shields. Or, you know what, I could keep reinforced shields, put a couple of shield boosters on there, just two. And then still put fast charge on it. Now what to fill with the rest of these. I guess that's going to depend on my weapon choice. I know I'm going to need chaff. Oh, now the part that I loathe. Alright, what do I want to do here? Okay. Look at all these weapons I've got here. I'm definitely thinking some turrets for sure. You know what I could do? Let's see. I wonder if I still have those beam laser turrets. Hot damn, I sure do. I wouldn't mind making those long range thermal vent. I think I'm going to do that. Let's look at placement first. Looks like the two here are beneath. Which ones are on top? I believe that's on top. Let's put the two larges on top. I hope I have a second small beam turret. I believe I do. Please tell me I didn't sell it. Damn it, I think I sold it. Okay. We'll go with... I really do not like let's see, rapid fire phasing sequence. Huh. Arctic Fox asks, are you just slapping on what you have laying around? Yeah, usually what I end up doing, I've got like um, a bunch of pre-engineered weapons. This is how I like fast track my builds and stuff. And basically what I do to save money is the engineered weapons that I have, I store most of them, okay? Now, when I get to a point where I'm itching to do a new build, what I do is I think of a theme in my mind for the build, right? Like, so for example, this build is about sustainability. I don't want to have to like go to stations to restock. I don't want to have to synthesize that much. I want to be able to stay out in the field as much as possible. So what I'll do when I get to my hard points is I'll look at all the weapons that I have pre-engineered, okay? And then I may look like, for example, let's look at, I don't know, these, let's say these fixed long-range oversized beam lasers, okay? What I may do is use these, obviously not on Type 10, but I may use these on a build, but I might have a different sort of engineering theme in my mind, right? So I might say, okay, let's slap these fixed beam lasers on this Type 10, and then I'll change long range to overcharged or something, right? And then I'll just go out and then rather than having to just buy the module, I already have them, and all I have to do is engineer them. It's really efficient for, since I do like mostly build videos and tutorials on this YouTube, so it helps out. You know what? I wonder. Look at all these modules. No, I was thinking I had a second beam laser turret. To hell with it. Okay, we'll just buy a new one and re-engineer it for long range. Where are all my long range modules? I know I have a crap ton of them in here somewhere. The turrets, at least. That's rapid fire phasing sequence. Phasing sequence is fantastic, by the way. I don't know if any of you have messed there. Well, there's one long range. We'll keep that because it's got long range phasing sequence on it. I don't know if I want to go for an all laser build or I don't want to add multi-cannons. I absolutely hate multi-cannons. I do not like them at all. Let's focus on the mediums for now. We'll leave the large for a second. There's my long ranges. Hey, let's put a plasma accelerator on a Type 10. I'm sure someone out there's done it. Let's look at some of my other ships and see what modules are on there. After we get the weapon slapped on here, we're just going to do, usually what I do is I do like a test run, like a proof of concept, and I do that in a Haz-Res, just to see like what I'm working with as far as DPS and what's viable and what's not. Yeah, you'd be surprised how many times I'm like, oh my god, this is going to work so well, and then I get out there in the Haz-Res and it's underwhelming. Then I have to go back to the drawing board. The reason why I don't have that many ships, by the way, is because I usually, unless it's I feel like it's a really, really good build, I end up stripping the ship after each build video. And then I move on to the next build. Okay, let's see here. What would have... There's my other... Why the hell do I have turrets on a Cobra Mark III? Arctic Fox asks, what makes phasing sequence worth it? Okay, so I'm not sure if you know what phasing sequence does, but basically what it does is it takes the damage of your laser and it causes some of it to bleed through the shields of your target. So let's say you're fighting a 200,000 megajoule shielded ship. All right, and you're working with something like a let's say I don't know, like an Imperial Eagle or something like that, right? If you slap on phasing sequence on that Imperial Eagle, and that 200,000 megajoule shielded ship has really low hull, what the damage is going to do is it's going to bleed through the shields and hit the hull, so you don't have to take the shield down, right? You'll kill the hull before you even have to think about taking the shields down. So it just does it bleeds a little bit of the damage from the shield to the hull. So there have been many instances in which I'm fighting like way overpowered ships that have way overpowered shields for the type of ship that I'm running, and I'll slap phasing sequence on there, and I can get their hull down to like 60, 50, 40% before I even get their shields down. It's really OP, and it works really well, especially when you're doing like Threat 7 wing missions and stuff like that with like really over-engineered PvE ships, and it even works really well in PvP. It's really, really OP. It's OP as hell. I guess it's not going to matter because I'm going to end up taking off. I don't know why I did this. I'm going to end up taking off those mods anyway, so... Krediev asks if this game is only PvP. No, not at all. Not by a long shot. As a matter of fact, it's more PvE than it is PvP. Now, there is a, I don't want to say small community. I mean, PvP is definitely prevalent. Like, if you're flying in what's called open, which is that you're just out in the world with everybody else, you're going to come across PvP, and there are even communities of people that get together and for like organized PvP fights and stuff like that. But if you look at some of the videos on my channel, I even delved in some PvP myself, and you can basically fly out in what's called Super Cruise, which is the fast way to get around the solar systems, and you can do what's called interdicting people, which means you pull them out of Super Cruise, and you guys like will both land in an instance in like your own little bubble or whatever, and then you can choose to blow them up or fight them or whatever. But most of this stuff, in my opinion, in this game is more geared towards PvE. That's why I do mostly PvE stuff rather than PvP. Okay, that's the weapons for now. This is just the first draft. Nobody panic. For those watching, this is just the first draft. We're seeing what works. I'm going to leave these empty for now, and we're going to go out to a Haz-Res and pick some fights and see what we can get into. And also, I need to pick up limpets because we have a repair limpet controller on our ship. Let's set our fire groups. We're doing all turrets for now. That may change. I know people say turrets are hot garbage. That's the big thing, but you know what? I like to build my ships the way I build my ships, and if people have a problem with that, then they can deal with it. Repair Olympic controller. And I think that's... Is that everything? Chaff is already hotkeyed. Alright, let's auto-launch and go get into some fights and see what we can figure out about this build so far. CreeDV asks if this is the main game that I play. Do I play anything else? Yeah, I do. I play a lot of games, actually. This is Elite Dangerous is really the workhorse for this channel. I don't know why, but I've gotten more success with Elite Dangerous than I have any other game on this channel. So you guys as a community have really kept me playing this game. But I do. I have a couple other main games that I play. One of them is Ark Survival Evolved. I've been toying around with maybe doing some stuff on my channel with Ark Survival. I also play GTA 5. I've been toying around with maybe doing something on the channel with that. But I'll tell you what's difficult about that is that from a YouTube gaming perspective, it is really hard to put up videos of other games, because what ends up happening is because I've built this community around Elite Dangerous, what people see is they see me playing like GTA, or they'll see me playing like Ark Survival, and they'll be like, oh, he's moved on to another game, and then I'll lose subscribers. So I've got to be really measured in the way that I do it. So I'm thinking about running an experiment with Ark. I just recently started playing that again, and I've got a nice base build on there that I'm gonna show, so I might end up doing that. But other than that, this is the main workhorse for the YouTube channel. Arctic Fox asks, would phasing sequence be a good alternative for multi-cannons? My answer to that would be no. As much as I hate multi-cannons are much more efficient at, well, not efficient, but they're much better at taking down hull It's just that phasing sequence is a nice, um, it's a nice added bonus on an all laser build, or not even an all laser build. It's just a nice bonus for lasers. Uh, so yeah, if you're wanting to like destroy hull, go with multi cannons. But if you're running an efficient like, and I don't mean efficient as in like the engineering, but an efficient like build with like all lasers or something, then go. Don't worry about the multi cannons. Go lasers and phasing sequence. Something that I've noticed is that with phasing sequence, it's best, and I may get some crap for this, but it's best if you use them on ships that have a lot of hard points and hard points that are larger than smaller. Because the more damage that you do, per module slot that's large, is the more damage it's going to be bled through into the hull when you're firing on shields. So, like, you'll probably see with this build here, I've got phasing sequence on it, but it's not going to matter because this is only a hazardous resource extraction site for this ship being all engineered, right? I'm probably going to tear through these guys pretty easily. But where phasing sequence shines are against ships that outmatch you in your meg joule on your shielding, right? Like if you're running a threat 7 or something like that, a threat 7 wing mission or something like that. That's where they really shine. Like you don't have to worry about like spending forever taking their shields down because you're eating their hull away. Alright, moment of truth, folks. Let me check and make sure my, let's see, target only, that's about right. Night vision on. And knowing my luck, nothing will spawn in here. That's usually what happens. Alright, we got a miner there. Miner over there. What about here? He's wanted. I mean, to be fair, it's a, it's an adder. It's an adder, but that was still funny. Come on, give me something to fight. Oh, I see some fighting going on over here. Creative asks if this game is just flying and if you get to land places. No, no. You can land on a crap ton of planets, gather materials, and there is an Odyssey expansion that just released where you can engage with people on foot in like a first-person shooter mode. My distributor is eating my distributor up. Not impressed. I need to reduce the distributor draw for sure. I know that. I want to do a check here. I want to see how fast it takes my shields to come up. I know fast charge isn't on there, but I'd like to see that go up higher for sure. And for those of you who don't know, I don't know if you've messed with these. You see my hulls at 99%, right? This is sort of why I wanted to put these repair limpets on. Repair limpets do not get used nearly as much as I would like to see them used. I think people think that repair limpets are just like a supportive module, like if you're out with your friends you can help repair them, but you can repair yourself too, right? So if you're wanting to stay in the fight longer, that me being like a hull tank rather than a full shield tank, then I'm going to want repair limpets, right? So what you do is you go over to your repair, you see right there, you click on it. And then you get a nice little... Now watch my hull go up. It's back up to 100%, right? So, it's not always going to be that quick. It's going to be depending on how much damage that you take. It may be longer or shorter, and you're going to have to use probably multiple repair limpets when you're in like a sustained fight and you've got like only 40% hull left. You're going to have to sit there for a second. But we also have an AFM on here, which repairs our modules. Given that we're a hull tank, we want that. We've got some we got a module reinforcement package here, but we should be able to repair that as well with the AFM if I can find it. I believe it's up here. Did I put an AFM? I think yeah. Where's it at? Let me see here. Auto field maintenance unit, right there. That will repair our modules, okay? That's going to repair your modules. And as you fight as a hull tank, you're definitely gonna want that on your ship if you have the slots to be able to utilize it. Okay. This is a wing of 3. This should be a good test. Alright, we got 3 other targets we need to take out now. Wow. I may actually have to jump out. We'll see. Alright, let's we might have enough hold to get through this. Problem is the Alright, you know what? We're going to do this. We're going to do a reboot. I might actually lose this ship. See if I can get my shields up before the hull goes dead. Nope, I'm going to lose this ship. Damn. Well, I think we can safely say that's a no-go. Man, that's rough. Alright, back to the drawing board. Okay, so obviously I need more module protection. That is for sure. Let's drop a 5. Okay, that's taken care of. Second thing is I need to lower distributor draw, which means I need to drop some of these lasers. Um, let's drop the large. Let's see, what's that leave us with? We got a pulse, 3 beams, 4 beams. Yeah, that's a good point, Arctic Fox. That's a good point. I think, again, that's a great point. I think the problem there, outside of the fact that we were fighting four ships, is that this ship needs some point defense, which is a main reason why I lost so many modules in that fight. It's a fantastic point. Alright, alright, let's give it another crack at it. Alright, let's go at it again, see if we can't get into some trouble. Hopefully trouble that will not get my ship blown up. RM says, I thought about building a Type 10, but just thinking about the material grind made me doubt it being a good idea. Yeah, if it's one thing this game is, it is grindy. That is absolutely for sure. I don't know how I've survived it, but I just keep coming back to it over and over and over. Well, I mean, I know how I survived it. It was... Oh, that hurt. it's been you guys, it's been the community who's kept me into the game. I mean, I'm a game whore. Basically, I jump from game to game to game and don't stay with one too long. But this is one game that I played consistently for a long time. So. All right, round two. Oh, Jesus. Did you see that hull go down? Yeah, he's gonna get away from us. What we really need is like an anaconda to test this on. He's going to jump out.